Let's get over to the kitchen now and check in for the first time with ABC7 Culinary Director Judi Gallagher. Hi, Judi.
Hey there, Scott. Well, I'm getting ready to celebrate Cinco de Mayo that hits on Friday. There will be plenty of places around the Suncoast you can celebrate at, and I'll be at one of them. But if you are having a Cinco de Mayo party at home, or just anytime you want to get those flavors in, I have a great recipe for you today. I've taken some quick, simple ingredients like bottled dressing, but really fresh, creative flavors, and turn that into a marinade for skirt steak. We're going to build upon that in a gluten-free tostada bowl, use some other items, and of course there'll be limes, cilantro, and avocados. Stay with me. I'll be back in just a few minutes to start cooking. Well, hi there, Scott. It's steak with a Cinco de Mayo theme. When I was a child, my mother used to make flank steak or skirt steak, and she'd take a bottle of Catalina Island dressing and pour it over the steak and then broil it. So I really have these fond memories of Mom doing that. I found two wonderful dressings and marinades if you don't want to take the time to make your own. One is a Mexican style Caesar dressing and one is a carrot coconut. Both of them are gluten-free, which is really important to me when I'm cooking for friends, because usually there's a couple people that have to be careful about that. So what I want you to do is just shake up the cilantro Mexican Caesar dressing, or like I said, whichever one that you pick, and just put about a third of a bottle right in there. It's nice and creamy, so it's going to break down the fibers of skirt steak pretty quickly. And I bought 2 pieces of the skirt steak, and they come in like one long piece. So what I'm going to do to make the marinating easier is I love to use the Ziploc bags or the snap bags. So I'm just going to put it down like that and squish it around so it gets flat. That can go in the refrigerator for anywhere from 1 to 3 hours. Don't over marinate it because it can almost get mushy. Then you put on your grill, or here we're going to put on the broiler. Now I already have some refried beans that are mashed and ready to go, and I have cotija cheese, which is the Mexican cheese that we're going to sprinkle on top. So a couple other really quick treats I want to show you about so you can enjoy your company and have a margarita instead of slaving too much in the kitchen. Frontera brand always has these great skillet sauce packets that you can use, and just by doing things like taking the chipotle, a little bit, maybe about a tablespoon of the chipotle peppers, drain it, chop that up along with the taco seasoning, or even to go in with the steak, is going to give it that bright flavor. So once we marinate the steak, we're going to put it out in a broiler pan. Like I said, we're going to get in the broiler, and then we're going to start cutting up our avocados. And the avocados this time of year are just big and beautiful, and probably on sale this week since it's Cinco de Mayo. So you're going to take your French knife and just basically just push it right in there, and you'll be able to split it off. And then we're going to rub it with some lime. That's going to keep it from turning brown. So come back, we'll get the steak cooking, sliced, and we'll get ready to assemble, Cinco de Mayo style. That's right, Scott. So I've broiled up the skirt steak. It doesn't take long at all. We had it marinated, of course, in that beautiful, bright cilantro Mexican dressing. Now, just make sure when you carve it, we want to watch the grains running this way. So you always carve it, skirt steak or flank steak, against the grain, just like you would a brisket as well. Now this marinade is going to work so well on chicken or turkey, but especially wonderful with steak. So now we have the steak part done. Let me just wipe my hand off here, and now we're going to start building it. Keeping on the gluten-free theme, I found some wonderful tostada bowls at Fresh Market, and they are gluten-free. So we're going to use those. I put some refried beans on the base, and then we're going to build it just like we would similar in a salad. We'll put a little lettuce. Now the difference is over here I have just some bright rice that I added cumin and corn and some Mexican seasonings too, fajita-style seasonings, and that's going to serve as a base as well. So if you want to put lettuce on that, you can. Otherwise, what we're going to do is we're just going to next take some of the marinated grilled steak, medium rare is exactly how I like it. And we're going to build on that a little bit with, of course, scallions. So we'll just kind of sprinkle those around here. There we go. and the avocado that we already sliced, and remember we sprinkled some fresh lime juice. That acid keeps the avocado from turning brown, so you can cut it a few minutes early. And avocados are one of those positive fats that you want. They're going to be so good for you. Great creamy taste as well. Now I'm going to take the cilantro, and I happen to love cilantro, so I'm going to go heavy on it, using the stems as well, because there's a lot of flavor and nutrients right in those stems. So we just kind of tear that apart. And instead of a regular salsa, I have a tomatilla salsa. You may see those little tomatillas in the husks. So you can just bring those home and you can blend that, and we'll put in that. And when I come back, I'm just going to top off with some sour cream, a few more treats, and I think John Scalzi is ready for his Cinco de Mayo lunch. Well, there you go, John.
Oh, I'm in heaven, Judy.
I
In heaven.
know, I know. Little kick with tomatilla sauce. I drizzled that carrot coconut dressing on top, and then pickled jalapenos. And you can get them right where the other marinated peppers are and things like that. But I think the pickled jalapeno just brings that up another level.
I love it. I
Good.
love spicy food.
Oh, that's your deal. So
Avocado's
remember,
so good.
you can go on mysuncoast.com, click on the dining page, and you can get this recipe and video probably in about 24 hours. But you can sign up right now for our newsletter if you haven't already, and you could enter to win a $50 gift card. So go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
Back to you, Scott.